to drop something. Oh, food moved down. We're ready.
Go slow. Slow.
Well, not too slow. You have to get some. Woo! Yay!
Yay! That's right. The boy does a trick and the girl goes yay, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Cheerleader. That's cheerleader. Because one of these times you've seen us.
no, now they all want to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you how Harper does it. Jared, you'll have to catch Harper.
Go ahead.
Hey,
All right,
ready?
come on.
Not for your baby. He's not for my baby.
Yeah, she can come to me. Oh, wait. I'll catch her.
Yeah, that pad there is kind of
Go.
sidewalk.
Come on.
Okay, let's see it.
Round up here is way higher.
Wait for Wyatt to go.
Woo!
Okay, you want? All
Okay,
right.
Sissy's turn.
Jordan.
Okay, Cordelia wants it.
Cordea's turn.
Okay. Go. Jump.
Woo! Oh, there you go. Woo!
You ready, Harper?
All right, Harper, jump into Jared. Say, Uncle Jared, catch me.
Come on.
Woo! Oh, goodness.
Oh, good job.
Woo! Did that make her scared?
That freaked her out a little bit.
Good morning. Good morning. We're so excited. Look at Brianna's hair.
I did tell him, Judy. Robert does not approve of my pink and purple. I don't know, but it makes me happy.
And it made her son cry.
It did, but he knows what the color pink is. So he's crying. I go to daycare to pick him up, and he's bawling. And I don't like it. You have pink hair. Why do you have pink hair? I was like, why? You know the color pink. Mom! It was kind of cute.
Harper loved it.
Yes. Harper ran for me and was touching it. Ooh. Yeah. So.
It's close to her color.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's funny.
So Wyatt, no, but by the time we got home, he was fine. We usually do his hair in the morning because we do Harper's, we do mine, and Wyatt likes to do like a mohawk or something. But this morning he said no, he didn't want pink hair. So he did not do his hair this morning because he was worried I was gonna do something crazy. But yeah. So it's pretty fun.
So we're not at the shop this morning. We're at my house. We'll fill you in as to why here pretty soon. But first, what we thought we would talk about is something fun. We'll talk about Brianna's anniversary. So it was 5 years on Friday, and so they went and celebrated. And what they did is they went up to our cabin. We've had a cabin up in the woods for over 25 years. We bought it when the kids were all super little. And we've been going up there for 25 years and all the time. We used to spend all summer long up there because we remodeled a couple cabins. We've built a few, and it's one of our favorite places.
Yeah.
Eventually, when Pa and I are older, we want to spend half time up there. There's no cell service. There's no electricity. No internet, so you're really unplugged. But we love that. We've made the mistake of taking friends up there that have freaked out once they've gotten there and realized, oh my gosh,
That they really didn't have cell service. Like we told you. No matter where you're at, you can't, no matter how
walk
far.
around.
I remember Austin the first time we took about, oh Lord, we can wait to get off the mountain.
Yeah, it's culture shock for some
Yeah.
people. But anyway, it's our favorite place. So that's where they went. So the winner.
Yeah, it's actually a local person on Facebook, Lisa.
Lisa Last.
Yeah, you said go to your favorite spots, and that's where we did.
That's where they went. So
Yeah.
I have to tell you, before she tells you about her weekend, I have to tell you about the proposal, because Brianna's version of it will be a little bit different from my version of it. So I'm going to tell you the truth. And, well, not the truth, not this untrue. But
I was delirious. I had no idea.
she didn't know what was going on. So it's super funny. So here's what happened. So Robert, of course, just such a nice boy. We love him. He came and asked, if he could propose, and asked for her hand. And we, of course, gave him a big old long lecture on how expensive it was going to be to have her. But anyway, that was fun.
Yeah.
And so we had the whole talk. And then he wanted to plan a very special proposal. He wanted to make it really cool. And he wanted to do it up at the cabin. And so he talked about it. It was all him. He had kind of come up with it. And our youngest son, Jared, helped him. So Jordan is our oldest son. He was the one that was in the video with me on Friday. He's married to Brittany, who's holding the camera. And then Jared is our youngest. And he was the one who caught Wyatt in the video that I posted on Facebook.
Yeah, in the bright orange shirt.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the 3 kids. But anyway, so what he had decided is that he was going to write this famous poem from Dr. Seuss, and he was going to have it so that as we were driving down the road, she was going to read it, and then he was going to be at the end with the ring. So we had it all planned that Brianna and Pa and I, because all of us were up at the cabin, we were going to go down to the little store and get something, and then come back up the road, and we have this, we're on a U.S. Forest Service road. And anyway, there was going to be a signal. We were supposed to see the signal that we were ready, that he was ready for us. So we went to the store, we came back, and there was no signal. And so we're waiting, and I am like this nature freak. And so we're driving up the road, and it's like, oh, look at that pretty flower. I need to take a picture of that flower. And I have my camera with me.
She gets out.
So I get out of the car, and I take, and she's all patient, and I take a picture of the flower. And then we get back in, and Pa, he knows what's happening. So he's driving slow and oh, look at that flower. Let me get a big picture of that flower.
Look at that cluster of trees.
Oh, look at the sun shining through. So I keep getting out, and we are like, it is getting ridiculous. And Brianna, who's so kind, she's just going, geez.
Dad, do we really have to stop?
Can we drive a little faster? And Brian and I are looking at each other like, what is happening? Why is there no signal? We've been gone for a long time. So we couldn't figure it out, and
just hanging out back seat.
She's thinking that I am like totally losing it. Anyway, so all of a sudden we see the first sign. Never did get a signal, and that, I don't know, that was a whole nother story. But anyway, we see the first sign, and the first sign says, you know you're in love. And so we see it, and it says, you know you're in love. And Brianna goes, hey, what is that? I said, oh gosh, that's a sign. And I said, well, what does it say? And she says, oh, you know you're in love. You know you're in love. You know you're in love. That's fantastic. You know you're in love.
Come on up here.
Yeah. You know you're in love in the woods. Yeah. That's fantastic. And so we keep driving. We're going, all right, this is going to be good. So we drive a little bit farther, and then the next one is when you can't fall asleep. She said, well, what does that mean?
I fall asleep easy.
When you can't fall asleep?
I always sleep.
What do you mean when you can't fall asleep? And I said, well, put it together. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep. What? That's like freaking dumb. You know you're in love with, oh, you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep. Oh, that's kind of cool. I wonder who put those signs up here. I wonder who did that. That's really weird. Well, I wonder why we didn't notice these signs when we came up a couple days ago. That's really weird. I know you're in love when you can't fall asleep. Huh, that's kind of cool. I wonder who's doing that. Totally.
Got nothing.
Nothing.
No.
So we drive a little bit farther, and then she says, and then there's another sign that says, because reality is better.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. You know you're in love. I said, well, put it together. You know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is better.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds a little weird, but, okay. All right. She said, well, that's kind of cool. I wonder if there's more. There must be more. So she's, and we're just, Brian and I just looking at each other like, oh, shoo. But it is true that it's a family trait. None of us get hints or innuendos.
It's
or
crazy.
Yeah, you can't hint about anything. You just gotta tell it like it is.
Yeah.
It's a thing. So then she gets to the next one. So we drive up to the next one, and the next sign on the side is like, well, Brianna, there's one more. And she says, oh, she reads it, and it says, is better than your dreams.
I'm like, wait, we're not falling asleep though.
Yeah. She says, like, that does not make sense at all. I said, it does. does make sense. Say the whole thing. So, you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is better than your dreams. And it's like, oh,
that's so sweet.
that's so sweet. That's really sweet. And I said, that is super sweet. I wonder who did that. And she says, I don't know.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. People up here, and who has like paint and a sign. That's kind of cool. I really like that. So we keep going. I said, well, look, there's another one up there. And then she goes, so we get up to the next, we're driving slow. We get up to the next one. Now we're almost to the cabin. We're just coming around the corner, and it says, make my dreams come true. And I said, what does that say? Because I'm making her read it each time. Make my dreams come true. And then she looks up and she says, why is Robert standing in the middle of the road?
What is he doing out there?
And we aren't saying anything. We aren't saying one word. And it's like,
Click.
waiting. And all of a sudden, he gets down on one knee.
Yeah, and he had a side. Oh my god.
And then she just screams, ah! It's like, gee.
It took me all that time.
So, she jumps out of the car and, so anyway, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
It was,
really
and
good.
that's the first, it's the first thing she says to him, did you bring up all that paint in those signs? How did you do that? And it's like, but anyway, it was beautiful. So it's from Dr. Seuss, and it was beautiful. So the cabin has always been kind of fun. And, Robert was friends of the boys.
Yeah.
And before he was ever her boyfriend. And it was so sweet because up at the cabin, he'd been coming to the cabin with us for a long time before they were ever boyfriend and girlfriend.
And even Brittany before her.
Even
Jordan
Brittany before her and Jordan. Yeah, it's just been a family place and all these family friends. And it was always so sweet because a couple of years before they were even boyfriend and girlfriend, it was so sweet because Robert is like just, crazy for her. And she will not give him the time of day. And it was so funny because he would try to tickle her and he would do things. And we knew, we were watching, of course. And it was anything he could do to be touching her. And she's like, I'm trying to read a book. Stop tickling me. And it was just so sad. So sad that he, just didn't, she just wasn't really interested at all. And anyway, he finally sealed the deal.
Right.
So it was good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's how they so
it was
we went up
good.
there and
Because I also, him doing on the road path was perfect. Because I have a thing for roads. All my pictures that I have, a rear picture I take are this road that leads to nowhere. Or to somewhere. I don't know. It leads to these mysterious signs that someone put up and you didn't
she
notice.
loves roads.
So it was really good. So yeah, we went up there without the babies and just hung out. You can't do any, we have propane power. So we were able to have, propane lights and a fire and we played cards. I lost at Rummy and owed Robert $10. We played penny a point. I totally screwed the pooch on that one. So I lost playing Rummy all weekend, but we just took up a little bit of food and sat there and he took some guns. We shot some guns and did some target practice. He's, sighted in his rifle and all that stuff. And we had a friendly chipmunk. We called him Chip. Took lots of pictures of Chip. He was everywhere. When we were shooting, he was sitting on a board watching us. He kept coming into we have this outside kitchen kind of area that we would sit at and have the fire and play cards at. And he'd come in and see what's happening, do a little thing, and so it was pretty funny.
And we never see chipmunks up there because
never
there's
had
so many of us
and dogs.
Kids and dogs. We have as many dogs as humans.
Yeah, we saw so much because we didn't have any dogs, and so he was everywhere. And then he decided he was going to sit on Robert's. He had side by side, sit on the tire. Robert was like, "Oh wait, Chip, let's talk about this. Don't get cozy." So it was pretty funny. We have a picture of Robert. It's on Robert's phone, but he was standing on the back of the side by side, and Chip is on the front tire, just like walking on, like, "You coming for me?" It was pretty funny. So, but we had a good time, and we were just there, 2 nights, and then we came home. Missed the kids. It's funny.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, but it was the fun. We slept in and ate whatever we wanted to, did whatever we needed to, and it was good. But we might next year, since we do Labor Day up there. Also, we go up there with family. We might go in during like a Tuesday, have just a couple days with us and the kids, and then because we miss them and all. That's where we took all these weird pictures of the chipmunk and a praying mantis and a bunch of caterpillars and the fish we caught because White needed to be a part of it. And Harper needed to see the bugs. Yeah. So it was pretty fun. But we had a good time. So
good time, 5 years.
yeah.
And we had the kids, which was perfect.
Yeah.
It was really fun because Eliza, my oldest granddaughter, spent the night the first night, and then Orion, Eliza's brother, spent the night the second night. We had a really good time. Spent some time down at the water, soaked in the lake a little bit, ate a lot of really bad stuff,
Of course.
but slept in the teepee, and we had a really, really good time. And then we showed the video of this jumping thing, so that's in our yard. So it was fun. They were up kind of walking on it at first, and all of a sudden, Wyatt started jumping off, and he'd do that jump and tuck and roll thing, which is a little freaky, but he does that off of their couch at home. That wasn't something that Nana had created.
He gets himself
I
into
had
trouble.
watched him do that. He is this acrobatic, I don't even know.
No
so
fear.
he's doing that, and then Harper would get up, and then she's very, very cautious, so she didn't want to really be on that bench for very long. So what she was doing is, so then we finally, she would jump into my arms. So that was kind of fun. But then what would happen is we started this whole game where they would jump, and what is that called? Helicopter? When you spin around in a circle. So they'd jump, and we'd spin around in a circle and put them down. And I didn't spin around very much because I get super dizzy, dizzier than they do. And but anyway, it was fun. So we did that for days. We played out there and had fun, and then Deb came over and brought her granddaughter, and we played a little bit. Deb Noah came over. Other grandkids and grandparents came over, so we had a good time. But anyway, so then Robert and Brianna come home.
Yeah.
Everyone's excited, so we sit and we talk and we chit chat and do whatever, and they want to show Mom and Dad their new trick.
Yes.
So they come out there and we do it, and first he's jumping off and doing his thing, and then I'm ready to catch him. Well, what happened was Lizzie, I did not realize, Lizzie was standing right behind me. I didn't see her. So when Wyatt jumped off and I went to spin, the top of my body was spinning, and now you can pan down to this. The bottom of my body did not, because Lizzie was standing right behind me. So totally blew out my knee. So my whole knee, huge, humongous disaster. I've been swollen from my hip down to my toes, totally non-weight bearing on this leg since Sunday at 3.
Yeah.
Whatever time. It was horrible. I had to be carried like Cleopatra. No grapes, no fan, I might add. To the car. And it's been terrible. So anyway, I was lots of elevation and ice and naproxen, and I happen to have methocarbamol for my back, aspirin, and just waiting. Yeah. Part of the problem is that it's almost impossible to get into anybody orthopedic right now because due to Corona, all of those people that had carpal tunnel, rotator cuff, knee surgeries, everybody that had anything planned, they're now finally getting in and getting those surgeries done. So we're hoping for an MRI tomorrow, and then we're hoping for an appointment fairly quickly, but at the moment I'm just waiting, and then I'm sure there's a humongous meniscus tear in there, so we'll have to have some arthroscopic repair. But anyway, just for the record, the kids did not break Nana.
No, it was Lizzie.
The dog did.
Yeah.
Damn Lizzie.
She
felt bad. Too much love.
Did.
She felt bad. She felt super bad. She would not leave.
Yeah.
And there's that pheromone smell. I don't know if people realize that. An injured animal, there's a smell. I don't know if she thought someone was going to come and eat me, or she realized she really did that. But anyway. So that's what happened. So I've not been in the shop this week. I'm not thinking I'll be there next week. And in fact, this weekend, we were just going to be open on Friday because everyone is going to be gone. It's Labor Day weekend, and our whole family goes up to the cabin, and then everybody else kind of has plans. And the other thing too, and we love our customers from out of town. We do. We love that we have people from Ohio and Florida and all of that. But I have to just say, it freaks me out a little bit, all of the King County visitors, because we live in the middle of the recreational area of the state, and so people come in droves. Millions of people come in just during summer, and so right now, nobody wants to be at the shop and have the shop open with,
Yeah.
you know, germs.
Other germs. Yeah.
Other germs. So we're still committed though. We're going to open October 1st. We think everything is going to be good. I think once everything gets settled down, and we have, we're going to be full time. We're going to stop the schedulicity appointments after October 1st. We're just going to be open. We're still going to be closed on Mondays, closed on Sundays and Mondays, but we're going to be open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 9 to 5:30. So we're just going to do it.
Yeah. So for this week, though, we're going to be open tomorrow. We're not usually open on Thursdays, but we felt like that wasn't quite fair. Because last week we're going to be open on Friday, but then Sarah's going to be gone, Sabrina's going to be gone, Carolyn has family. So I thought, well, hell, I'll give them a day off, and we're going to have Friday anyways. So we're going to be open tomorrow. I think it'll just be me. Maybe Sabrina might come in and hang out with me, but come and see me if you need some last minute things or you pick something
And there's
up.
no appointments, right?
No,
so just maybe
11?
call the shop and say, hey, we're coming from Yakima, so can you make sure there's room? You know, we still have to kind of follow the
rules.
the 35% occupancy rules, but yeah, call ahead or whatever, but just come in.
I'll be there from 11 to 4.
Beautiful hair in person.
It's bright. It's
And then for our schedule for this week, what we are going to do is we did find an older Quilt As You Go on the long arm video. We're going to post that here in just a little bit. And then Brianna's going to add to it. We're going to do a Quilt As You Go like a Minky kit on the domestic machine. We'll show you that. We did find the long arm series that I did, 2 years ago?
Maybe not that long ago, but yeah.
Maybe a year ago?
recent.
Yeah, recent enough. We're going to post that so you guys can watch that. And then we're also going to make a really quick little video about how to subscribe on YouTube and how to create an account. Some of you guys have said that you've had some issues, and some of those issues are related to kids. If you have kids in your household and you have a YouTube channel that's set for kids, then you're not able to subscribe to my channel on that channel. So you'll have to create your own, and we'll talk about all of that. So we're going to do that, and then we'll be back, let's see, next Wednesday.
So we won't have the Fabric Friday.
The boxes.
We won't have the boxes.
But I do know what's coming.
I might do something tomorrow because I think there's 2 boxes there now. So I might do something
Oh, do
impromptu.
something tomorrow. Because I know for a fact, and I'm just going to tell you because a lot of people have been waiting, but the Century Solids from Andover are the solids. They're on their way.
Oh, perfect.
So, but that's probably not what's in the 2 boxes. So yeah, open boxes tomorrow.
Yeah, and we'll have a little. We won't have one Friday, but I'll do a Facebook live thing tomorrow sometime, and then have it.
Jordan's a good helper.
Yeah, he can help me.
He can help.
He can open the boxes for me.
Some people said he was fine. That was okay.
He was fine. Yeah.
I can't see his face with all that hair.
I know it.
All right. Okay, well, I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
Are we up to date with everything? Any questions? Has Lisa Lusk said yay?
Yes.
Good. Hey, Lisa.
The only one is, because we answered new classes being posted, will you be open September 16th?
Yeah. Is that
What day of the week is that?
If it's not a Monday, we'll be open. If it's not a Monday or a Thursday.
We're closed Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays until October 1st.
Yeah.
After October 1st, we're only closed on Sundays and Mondays. So otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, and we're open until 11 and to 4.
11 a.m. until 4.
If you can't get a Schedulicity appointment, just call us or shoot us an email.
Yeah.
And we'll hook you up. That's all
Or a
good.
Facebook message.
Yeah.
And we'll hook you up. Yeah, that's
So if
easy
it's
enough.
a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, yes, we will be open.
All right. All right.
All right, guys.
Anything else? We're all good? All right. You guys have a really, really good weekend.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. And we'll see you later.
Bye.